What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Matt Mitrione and Timothy Johnson. Should be a fun one at heavyweight here. Mitrione, 42 years of age now. Johnson at 35. Mitrione definitely looks like the younger man than Johnson here. I would have thought Johnson was a bit older. Now, Mitrione, longtime UFC veteran, Ultimate Fighter veteran. Timothy Johnson had a pretty decent UFC career as well. Nothing great, but did have a fair amount of fights. Let's get into some notes and talk about this matchup. So, for Mitrione, as I mentioned, Ultimate Fighter and UFC veteran. He's a southpaw with decent power in his hands. Really solid boxing skill, in my opinion. He can be hurt, though, and has KO losses. Also, wrestling, something that's been exposed a bit in his game. Guys will take him down and control him. It's happened throughout his career before. Now, Johnson is also a southpaw with really good wrestling skill. And honestly, he's normally pretty durable, even though in his two first Bellator fights, he was stopped in about a minute each. But in the UFC, he was doing fairly well. I know he got stopped by Junior Ablanil, I believe, but other than that, I don't think he got stopped at all in the octagon. Now, I feel like he showed big power against Tyrell Fortune in his last fight. I'm actually going to go with Tim here. I think Tim gets it done. I think he wins this fight. I'm going to lean towards a decision, but he has the power to catch Mitrione. He's a big dude at 265, 6'3". Both are monsters of men, but I'm going to pick Timothy Johnson. I think he's going to hold Mitrione. I think he's going to get him to the floor if he fights smart. Now, granted, if he goes out there trying to brawl, I definitely think Mitrione has a fair chance of knocking him out. You also see Mitrione a minus 135 favorite to the plus 105 dog. Maybe do you want to throw a little money on Johnson for the upset? It's not huge difference in the lines, but maybe enough to spark some interest, because I do think Johnson has this fight. He looked decent against Tyrell Fortune. I mean, he landed a huge punch and ended it, but I don't know. I mean, personally, betting on this one is tricky because Timothy Johnson has had really bad performances, and Matt Mitrione has also had really bad performances. So it's a toss-up there. I'm going to say it's really a personal thing, but I do think that you'll see Timothy Johnson winning this fight by upset. Now, both of their last fights were not the same result. We have a loss for Timothy Johnson, or excuse me, a victory for Timothy Johnson over Tyrell Fortune, and Matt Mitrione was actually brutally knocked out, I believe, against Sergey Karatanov. I'm going to double-check that for you guys. Yeah, he was stopped by uppercuts and hammer fists. Yeah, second round stoppage. And before that, no contest against Karatanov. And also before that was a dominant beating by Ryan Bader. So for Timothy Johnson, though, he lost his two bouts in Bellator. First that I mentioned against Minakov and Czech Congo. And then he beat Tyrell Fortune by a quick knockout in the first round. Should be a fun one here at heavyweight. I'm really excited to see it. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not a snooze fest. Hopefully it's a back and forth brawl or maybe a quick beating. We're going to find out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, follow my social media. They'll be listed down below as well as in the bottom of the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.